Hi students, welcome back to our chemistry class. Hope you all are safe. In our previous session, we discussed about the importance of water, boiling point of water, freezing point of water, and the heat capacity of water. Today, we are going to discuss some other points. Students, have you seen certain insects moving on the surface of water? How this is possible? We know that objects having less weight floats on water. It is due to the surface tension that small insects can move randomly on the surface of water. The surface of a liquid acts as a stretched membrane due to surface tension. So, what is surface tension? The force for reducing the surface area of a liquid surface or liquid membrane is called surface tension. As a result of this, the liquid surface will act as a stretched membrane. When we kept blade or needle on the surface of a liquid without any disturbance, it will float on the liquid surface. It is because of surface tension. The surface of water acts as a stretched membrane and it supports a blade or needle and keep them floating. Do you know the reason behind this? The resultant force experienced on a molecule on the liquid surface acts downwards. As a result of it, the liquid surface will act as a stretched membrane. This has a tendency to reduce its surface area. Thus, the molecules at the surface attract each other with a force. This is the reason for the surface tension. So students, next we are going to discuss about laundry and soap. Can we reduce the surface tension of water? Do you know about that? In order to move dirt from the fabric, water should move easily through the fine threads of the fabric. It is only possible by the decreasing the attractive force between water molecules. This can be done by decreasing the surface tension of water. Soap can decrease the surface tension of water. Hence, washing clothes is easier with soap. Soap molecules can get into the particles of dirt in the fabric, attract water molecules and reduce the surface tension of water. Thus, dirt particles are easily removed from the fabric along with water molecules. So, we can reduce the surface tension of water by adding soap solution. Next, we are going to discuss about the chemical properties of water. You have studied that water is formed by the combination of the constituent elements hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen can be produced by decomposing water and water can be produced by combining hydrogen and oxygen. Reaction of water with metals. You know that iron rests in the presence of water. You also studied that metals like sodium, potassium and calcium react with cold water to release hydrogen. Magnesium reacts with hot water and also iron react with steam to liberate hydrogen gas. Metals like copper, silver, gold, platinum etc. have no chemical reaction with water. Metals react with water to form corresponding metal hydroxides and hydrogen. Pure water has neither the properties of acid nor those of alkali. Hence, it is called neutral solvent. Once more, pure water has neither the properties of acid nor those of alkalis, so it's called neutral solvent. Water is also known as universal solvent. Why? Water can dissolve various substances and is widely used for preparing solutions. So, it is a universal solvent. Next, we are going to discuss about soft water and hard water. The water in which soap does not lather easily is called hard water. Here, the hardness of water is due to the presence of dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium. Water in which soap gives lather readily is called soft water. So students, let's summarize our today's session. Today we discussed about the surface tension of water, the reason behind the surface tension. Then we discussed about laundry and soap, water, the universal solvent, and the chemical properties of water, and also we discussed about soft water and hard water. That's all for today. Thank you.